I never skip class.
I skip class. It depends. On Fridays, if I feel like it, on the afternoons, depending on the number of absences I already have.
Well, first semester, I skipped a lot of classes just because kind of my first semester at college, I didn't really feel like waking up at 9:30 to go to a class. But it killed me at the end of the semester because grade-wise, I did terribly after not going to class so much. So this semester, I've been trying not to skip any classes so far. It's working pretty well.
I skip class from time to time when I need to study for other tests, so I have to do a little skip.
I skip class very often.
Like every other class. I skip class every other class.
Depends on the month. I don't know, like about three times a month.
Say once every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks. It is silly.
I like it.
I think that students get very behind on the work if they skip class, and if you go to class, you have to spend less time studying since you know the material from paying attention to the teacher.
I feel like I can get the notes from somebody else, so I might as well not be there.
I don't really care, honestly. It doesn't bother me that much.
It's not good, but sometimes you can't help it when you have an early morning class. You wake up late for it. And other times, if it's a lecture class, really, you can have it when attendance doesn't really matter, and you have other more important things to do. Like if you have to study for a certain test, or if you have a project, and you have a class, and then you have your project due right after. If that class is a lecture class and the attendance really doesn't matter, then you can just do your project, take up the more important object, and then just leave that for later to study your notes.
I usually try and keep it at a maximum of 4 per class. I don't really think it's wasting money, it's just wasting your own time and you're going to get worse grades, so why wouldn't you just go to class?
No.
You pay to go to college, so anything that you're missing out on is wasting money.
No, I don't even think about that.
No, not really.
Not my money, but it probably wastes my parents' money and the school's money.
Depends what you're doing when you're skipping class. I mean, if you're studying, then I say it's worth it. But if you're just messing around, then of course it's a waste of money because it's a waste of time.
Well, honestly, I'm really not sure. I guess I'm here to get an education, and from my point of view, as long as I do good in the class and I get a good grade, that's all that matters.
At Loyola University, New Orleans, tuition costs $33,612. This is not including room and board. In order to be a full-time student at Loyola, students must take a minimum of at least 10 classes each year. This breaks down to an average of 5 classes each semester, totaling at least 15 credit hours. Each class at the university teaches about 37.5 hours a course. After researching and calculating a few equations, I discovered each hour of class we either sit through or skip, it is costing us $89.63. That is $1.49 every minute of class. With that figured out, each 75-minute class costs $111.75, and each 50-minute class costs $74.50. Whether your schedule consists of 75-minute or 50-minute classes, at the end of the week, it evens out to both costing $223.50 per week per class. Whether you or someone else is paying your tuition, every class skipped adds up to a lot of money coming out of somebody's pocket.
I think my own time is worth more than that money is, so yeah. It doesn't really bother me. The money doesn't really bother me. It's just wasting my own time that bothers me.
I would go to class because that's a lot of money.
And that's a lot of money to throw away just because you're not feeling up to go to class. I think it's a lot harder to skip class if you know that there's that much money just being thrown away.
Well, I would not ever skip class because that is a lot of money.
I'll probably do it anyway.
I feel like a jerk for wasting that much money.
I gotta get a job. Save up some money.
I think that's a lot of money. I guess in a way it does make me feel sort of responsible for it, but you know, like I said before, it's about attaining my degree, not like about attending every class, I guess. I would feel bad because there's other people paying for my education and they're just wasting their money.
It'd be a lot harder to skip class. I don't think I could do that.
A lot of difference, and maybe I would go to class just so that I know this isn't going to waste.
If I knew I was wasting this much money every time I skip class, I would not skip class anymore because then I'd have some money to do things.
At least make it count. Every time you skip, if you have to skip, make it count. Don't just skip because you're lazy or skip because you just don't want to go.
I guess since I don't see that my parents pay for it, I really don't care as much, but if I had that money myself, it would matter a little bit more.
So next time you feel like skipping class, is it really worth it?